Hey, thank you for tuning into Cosmic Co TV. I am Cosmic Co, intuitive reader, astrologer, life coach, creative director, but that's irrelevant here. I wanted to do a collective reading for the month of July. I guess I'll call it the month of July. Currently July 1st. Happy new month. We are currently under Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Neptune will be moving into retrograde in Pisces tomorrow. And I just feel like collectively there's some really interesting energy at work, at play. I'm gonna tap into it. I felt called to do a reading, and I felt called to do one in a way that I have not done in a while, in the way that I'm kind of uncertain on how it's going to go, but I'm really excited about it. So let's get into it. So today I have here some oracle cards. I'm only using oracle cards today. And I have my Keepers of the Light deck, which I very rarely use, my Ancestors and Angels and Ancestors deck, and my Starseed Oracle deck. All decks in which I really love. They hold a near and dear place in my heart, but I do not use often. And I guess that's because I feel like I don't really have energies that connect with these decks often. Like, these are some heavy hitters, and I don't mean that in a message way. I just mean the energy of them feels very elite. So it's very interesting that these are the ones that I was called to right now. But let's get into it nonetheless. Alrighty. So I want to start off with the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay, thank you. So the first card that came out was Eagle. See from a higher perspective. Knight, be brave and honest. Air Guardian, shift your perception. And then we have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. I feel like right now is a very trying time. There's a lot of influence, a lot of mixed media, a lot of very important things going on, a lot of voices right now, a lot of different voices, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of opposition is what it feels like. And sometimes that's even coming from ourselves. Sometimes we are our own opponents. What this feels like is the honoring of self, but not in the ways that you may have. No, it's the honoring of self. I was going to say not in the ways that you may think that you honor self, meaning that right now there may be a need for a perspective shift, right? You might think that, so in the past, you may feel like, well, I've honored self, or I do honor myself, or I do take actions to stand up for myself even, or I do take actions that I feel are aligned with who I am, right? And God is saying, yes, do that. But right now, what you may know, what you may have previously known is what is true in this moment. Does that make sense? Like, the truth that you've previously had, not that it's wrong, not that it's invalid, not that it doesn't make sense, not that you weren't doing right, but that in this moment, that is not the truth, or that is not authentic to who you are, because you are not who you once were, or these situations that are now coming up are not the same situations that you were once in. I really hope that makes sense. So it's like, yes, really tap in, really tune in, really be grounded. What are your morals and values? What do you believe? But doing so not from that warped perspective of experience, making sure you are taking the glasses of past experiences off of your face, right? So, and it really, with this Neptune retrograde that's happening, that could be the energy that people end up shifting in of, wow, I've been seeing the world and judging the world or acting in the world based off of how my past self perceived life or perceived people or perceived these interactions. But now that I am growing, or now that I can see differently, or now that I realize my beliefs really aren't aligned with that anymore, I can see how these things are not true, or I can see how I should honor myself in a different way, or I can see how the ways that I've been going about things is not my normal. It's not my natural. Because that's really what this energy feels like. This energy feels still. It feels like the womb almost, like unmoving water. Like, because water fits the vessel, and it feels like it's not trapped water, but stagnant water of just sit in this moment. And although we have air guardian here, it's like, no, sit, ground, see, shift, and do something. I don't want to just say do something different, because it really feels like it's deeper than that. And because it might not necessarily be doing something different, but it might be doing the same action with a different intention, or doing the same action with a different belief, or doing the same action for different reasons. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be so literal of something has changed, or you're literally taking a different action, but just having a different belief. Just having a different belief. Being unmovable is what this feels like. Stagnant water. Being unmovable, and not by choice, not by force, but by choice. This feels like the story of Buddha. How he went and meditated. He went and sat for however long. And it was not by force, but it was an active choice. This feels like the hangman. This feels like the hangman. And for some of us, it might not be that we chose it, like now in this physical being, but know that it was chosen. Know that it was chosen because you deserve better. Know that it was chosen because there is more expected of you. Know that it was chosen because moving into this next chapter of your life, you cannot be the same person that you have been. So instead, I'm choosing to be still right now. I'm choosing to see differently. I'm choosing to see deeper. I'm choosing to rediscover. Honor your inner knowing. This doesn't feel like active rebellion. This is not loud rebellion. This is not loud conflict. This is being immovable. This is being immovable. I know what my values are. I know what my beliefs are. I know what actions I've taken. I know what kind of human I am. I know what I want in my life. I'm immovable. You can't move me from that. And I know that in some situations that can be negative. It can be delusional. It can be toxic. But this doesn't feel like one of those times. This feels like I know what I know. I know what I know. I know who I am. I know who God is to me. I know what I believe in. You're not going to make me do, say, or act differently. You're not going to make me operate from a way that is not in alignment with who I am. Honor your inner knowing. You're not going to be able to get me to move or act in a way that is inauthentic to that. You won't. You won't. This feels like doing the brave, honest thing that is not loud, that is not boisterous, that is not that bold rebellion. It's, I'm going to sit here. You're going to have to move me. I'm not going to allow you in this space. I'm not going to move from this space. I will sit here. This is me being brave. This is me being honest. I've spoken my truth. I don't have to speak it again. I don't have to reiterate. I don't have to say it 1,700 times. I don't have to stoop down to a different level. I don't have to be higher or make myself feel higher or better than you. Because I said so. That was the sermon yesterday for Transformation Church. Because I said so. But that's what I just heard. The power of authority. Because I said so. It doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is what I believe. I believe aliens coming back. I'm finna put my tinfoil hat on and I'm finna sit outside. If I'm wrong, guess what? I got to deal with that. Nobody else does. And that's okay. That's for me to deal with because I said so. If I don't want people to go in Walmart, I don't have to go outside. I don't have to yell. I don't have to scream. I don't have to go in the building and try to get everybody out. I'm going to sit at the front gate. I'm going to sit at the door. You can't come in here. Hi. No, I won't move. I'm sorry. I'm in the way. Okay. That's what that feels like. That's what that feels like. Being immovable. Being so grounded in who you are, what you believe, and what your values are, that nothing will make you see or believe. And I don't want to say nothing will make you see differently, because we always need to change. We always need to be open to other perspectives. But for once, honor you. And I say that because sometimes we can be so quick to bend and to break to whatever and anybody and anything else's say so. You don't. You don't. Omnipresence. I apologize if you can hear the dog in the background. Yeah, he's a little sad, but he's going to be okay. So let's move on to the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. So these two cards came out together. We have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Then we have Charity, Prayer and Contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Then we have Hope, Love and Acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And lastly, Lady Venus, Downloads and Understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. It's like taking the time to be still, to be immovable, and honoring that inner knowing, honoring that self, honoring your beliefs of, okay, I'm going to take the time. I'm going to sit in this. I'm going to sit in this space. I'm going to sit in this uncomfortability. I'm going to sit and I'm going to ask, right? God, show me. Show me. Show me. Spirit team, show me. Higher self, show me. Show me what it is that I need to see. Show me where it is that I need to go. I won't move. I won't. Not until you show me what's the next step. Show me. I don't understand. Show me if I'm right. Show me if I'm wrong. Show me how to be better. Show me what to do. Show me. I don't have to come to you. I don't have to talk to you. Meaning whatever that outside source is, whether it's the job, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's yourself, other people, addictions, habits, whatever it is, I don't have to turn to you. I don't. And there's power in that. Acknowledge that. I don't have to turn to you. I don't have to turn to drinking. I don't have to turn to smoking. I don't have to turn to eating. I don't have to turn to my mother. I don't have to turn to my friend. I'm going to go straight to God. Let me talk to God. God damn. This weekend, I was led to read the story of Job. The story of a man who, in essence, had done no wrong, but because God was so confident in who he was, test him. Test him. I know he mine. I know he's solid. You can test him. Go ahead. Have at him. Try him. Tempt him. Test him. Whole life in shambles. Why? Why, God? Why? 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 Friends show up. They sit in silence with him, give him space, share space, hold space for him. And then after 7 days, they become fed up too. Clearly, you must be doing something wrong. Clearly, you're not a good human. God doesn't punish the good. God doesn't punish the righteous. Why would you be experiencing this? Why? Take accountability. Why? Be responsible. Admit it. Job like, nah, bro. I know who I am. I know what I've done. I'm a good human. I can't tell you what God doing. I want to talk to God himself and ask him, can we talk? Okay? I got a lot of complaints. But you can my complaints are valid. Right? My life is in shambles. I've lost it all. My complaints are valid. I want to speak to God. I know what I've done. I know I'm a good human. I know that I have not been intentionally hurtful, bad, harmful, neglectful. I'm a good human. Friends like, nah, bro. This shit don't happen to good humans. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Job standing on business. They standing on business. We ain't getting nowhere. God come down. Hey, who are y'all to question me? Do y'all know shit? Because last time I checked, I was the only God. So tell me what y'all know. Because all y'all in the wrong. He is a good human. I know he's a good human, and that's why I sent all of this to happen, to continue to prove. He loyal to me. Go and get your sacrifice. Come ask for his prayer. We can move on. Job said, I want to talk to God about it. I'm going to talk to God about it. I don't need anybody's outside perspective right now. I don't need anybody's human truth in this moment. I have my own. I'm going to speak to God. Why? Let him show me if I'm wrong. Let him show me if I need to move. Let him show me where I need to go. I have no problem admitting that. But what you're not finna do is question me. You're not going to blame me. You're not going to play with my integrity. Let God show me. And in some ways, in some moments, yeah, they could be toxic. Yeah, that could be negative. Yeah, you might find out you got some shit to learn. But that's your truth, and that's for you to worry about. That's not for anybody else to deal with. There's honor in that. And then we have Lord Ganesh at the bottom of the deck. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So yeah, moving on from that, let's pull out our Starseed deck. That's it. I'm trying to pull another card. They said no. We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. What did I say? It's like being in the womb. Stagnant water, but chosen to be stagnant. Rebirthing self right now. Getting your divine order. So what I just heard is for a lot of us, you will be receiving your new mission. You will be receiving your new lesson. I don't want to call it a lesson. Your new mission. You will be receiving your next order. That's what you're waiting for. That's what you're immovable. You're immovable right. That is why you're immovable right now. It's because you're waiting for your next order. I'm going to go talk to God. I'm not listening to any outside influence right now. I'm going to talk to God. God, come speak to me. I'm being still so that you can speak to me, so that you can open my eyes, so that you can reveal truth, so you can break illusions. Give me my next order, dear God. What is my next mission? Where should I go to next? What should I move to next? Where are you leading me? Just lead me. I don't need to know where. Just lead me. Just lead me. And then we have Earth School at the bottom of the deck. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. You are receiving your next mission. I'm going to read this card from the deck. But that is, I think that's so beautiful. You're receiving your next mission. Be still. Be still. Be omnipresent. Choose stillness. Seek God. Be immovable. A rebirth is happening. And it doesn't even just feel like a rebirth. It feels like a new mission, a new lesson. Like contracts have been fulfilled. Lessons have been learned. Karma has been cleared. Integration has happened. Upgrade is now happening, has happened. You fulfilled that mission. You've checked that off of the to-do list. What next? Can we get a round of applause for that? That's so powerful. You did it. Forgot to say, no, you did that. You passed all of those tests. What's next for you? I don't have to keep learning this anymore. I don't have to sit in these lessons. This spiral is done, right? This circle is done. This cycle is done. What's next for me? We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk. Birth as a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you could possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. I think that was absolutely beautiful. I think that was a beautiful way to close out this reading. And take from it what you need. Right now might be difficult. Right now might be challenging. Right now you might be struggling with a lot of opposition. Right now you might feel alone. You might feel lonely. Know that you are not. So yes, know that you're not alone. Know that your spirit team has you. Know that your spiritual mother has you. And even your own mother, right? I know sometimes we have difficult relationships with our mother, but if you can, she will always be a place of comfort. If you can, allow her to show up as that, a mother figure. Know that you're not alone. Know that there is nurturing and comfort for you, even if it's not here in the physical reality. And take what you need from this reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I hope that you find peace in this moment. I hope that truth is continued to be revealed for you, and that you get understanding of what your next mission is. I thank you all for tuning in to Cosmic Co TV. I am Cosmic Co, and I can't wait to see you the next time. It's all love, light beams.